So this is going to be a very kind of emotional, sad episode. It's about C10 Slayer. This truck, well, this is the last time ever that this truck will be in mine and my dad's presence in our own shop here in North Carolina. You will never, ever, ever see it in this shop ever again. You know, a lot of you guys know. It is sad. It's very sad.
We built it from the ground up, from the frame up. I mean, I just remember jumping the 65 Chevy. You know, the frame and floorboard and everything broke out of the truck. And
that was bad. We're going to go through and kind of talk about some stuff. Also, you guys are going to want to watch it. We're going to show you some cool stuff we actually have done to the truck recently that we've always wanted to do. Long story short, this truck is going to Barrett-Jackson, and it's going to Scottsdale, Arizona in October. So the auction is from the 10th to the 13th. It's going to be a Saturday, primetime spot with the truck. And where it's leaving today is actually, we're going straight to Nashville. And you guys are going to see the truck again because we're going to do another episode in Nashville. But what's going to be cool about Nashville is this is going to be in the Barrett-Jackson booth. And it's called the Triple Crown event. So we're going to have a blast up there and just have a good time. But Dad, I know you're nervous right now.
Well,
I'm nervous.
I'm nervous and sad because, you know, again, this truck, we built it together. And I don't want to sell it. But I know if we're going to do the Lincoln project, we don't have a choice but to sell it. It's either sell the truck or sell one of our houses.
We actually don't have a choice to sell the truck, unfortunately. And if you guys aren't familiar with the Lincoln build, we got a 1962 Lincoln Continental. Here are the renderings. We're wanting to do a full wide body, kind of crazy wide open build. But the only way to do something like that is to sell something that we absolutely love, something my dad and I have put over a year building. I mean, we're talking 10 to 15 hour work days. This has been just a crazy long build. But yeah, Dad, let's talk about the auction a little bit. What are you feeling?
The good thing is someone's getting probably the most famous truck right now in the world. I mean, this truck is and has been everywhere. I mean, it's been to SEMA 3 times. It's been in HP Tuner's booth. It's been in 3M's booth.
Red Cap's booth. It's been to Hoonigan. It's like a 8-page cover of a magazine, a very, very large magazine.
Microsoft is scanning it for a video game, and for those of you who don't know this, we're the #1 non-brand in the Forza Microsoft video game. So we got 1 in 10 people use one of our vehicles. So
which is a lot of people.
Yeah, and so I think they sell like 80 or 90 million copies.
It's a lot.
And you could get in and you're going to be able to drive this truck. I mean, they scan the whole thing. You basically open up the door, the dash, the interior, everything about this truck, which I don't even know how they do it, is in that video game.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be dropping here in December. What's going to be really weird about this truck coming out in Forza versus all of our other vehicles is we aren't going to have possession of the truck. And that is something that is new for us. Like all these vehicles actually right here are in Forza. So you got the Silverado drift truck, you got the DeBerti van here, and then you got the Tacoma. And we have it's a total of about 9 vehicles in the game. And
it's
so
a Transformer truck.
Truck.
With the bedsides that go up is in that game.
We have all kinds of vehicles in there, and we've been very thankful to be part of the gaming community, and it's been awesome. But yeah, that is one thing. Whoever buys this truck, they're going to be able to go home with the truck if they got kids or they got friends, and they could turn on their Xbox, their PC, their PlayStation, and they could drive their truck in the game. And so that's what's going to be pretty awesome, is talking to whoever the potential owner might be, is explaining to him that, because that is, it's not every day you could buy a vehicle and it's the exact truck in the game. So that's going to be cool.
Yeah, and then another bonus is Hot Wheels came out and scanned one of our other trucks, which is going to come out in 1 year. And at the same time, they scanned the old C10 Slayer. And to me, this is a live version of a Hot Wheel.
It looks like a Hot Wheel.
Yeah, almost every person that comes over looks at it and goes, this is a Hot Wheel. And it is. It's like being proud of having your own Hot Wheel in real life. So being able to maybe go in and go to Walmart or Target or something and pull a Hot Wheel off the shelf, go home and set it there, and then maybe take a cruise somewhere to a car show. That's pretty impressive. I'm excited.
I'm excited too, but we're not going to have the truck, Dad. So it's like...
Well, the thing that kills me is getting rid of it. It's
I
like
know.
you don't have...
One day, I mean,
kills me.
I do play the lottery a lot. I'm always buying lotto tickets. If we won the lotto, I would buy this truck back. I don't care what cost. I mean, this truck,
in a minute.
the fabrication of this truck right here, the hours, the memories my dad and I have put into this truck are just really kind of unmatched. To be honest with you guys, at the end of building this truck, my dad and I were so tired of it because of how much work we put into this thing, because we didn't skimp on anything. How you see it here is exactly how it looks under the truck. It is beautiful. You could throw mirrors under this thing and you would see the exact details. I mean, let's just kind of jump into this truck. You know, a lot of things that I when I was cleaning the truck that I forgot that we did was one thing is do you guys notice you don't see any wires on the whole chassis? I totally forgot. Remember when we built this, Dad? We ran all the wires through the chassis. So all the
hydraulic lines.
all the lines, everything is through this. Yeah, when you look at the hydraulic line seat over there, it's right into the frame. And that was hard to do. And that was just one little thing.
Yeah, and you know, the other thing is there's a lot of people that build some amazing things. The craftsmanship in cars is just gone to another level. One thing I could say, when me and Brad build a vehicle, we build to run it. So you could take and you could put this thing in a showroom, I guess, somewhere. But we built this thing, so both these tires, I mean, it's got a 9-inch third member that's punched through to another 9-inch. We built it to do smoke shows, and we have videos of this thing burning rubber sideways, and this thing's a runner. So if you want to keep this in a garage, that's fine, underneath a little bubble, whatever. But this baby is made to get out on the open road and have fun, whether you just want to cruise or you want to boil the tires on this thing. It's a runner. I'm sad. I'm not happy.
I know. Yeah, I remember when we debuted this truck in the HB Tuner booth. It was wild. We were at SEMA. I don't even know what year it was. 4 years ago.
3 years.
3 years, yeah. And man, we had hundreds of people there. They had to bring in security guards, and it got crazy. And when we pulled the cover off this, that was the first time that the world's ever seen anything like this. And in fact, there hasn't ever been a vehicle that has been just like the C10 Slayer. One, the mechanics to make this truck work, and the chassis work, and the geometry and everything about the truck to make it perform is a whole nother thing. There has been some people out there that have tried to attempt to kind of copy this truck. None of them have had a live axle and made everything work. There was actually that green Humvee. It actually looked pretty cool. It went to Barrett Jackson, sold for a high dollar. I don't think it's close to the C10 as far as just all the detail, like just the design and just high quality that we did with all the fenders. Look at all the body lines. Everything's matched up. The way this truck sits is just, it's so different, unique. And most people don't even notice that there's a full wing off the cab of the truck. Everything flows so good on this truck.
Yeah, and the other great thing is all this stuff is made in a CAD file, and then it's all machined in these huge mills. So symmetrically, this side is identical to the other side. So everything's the exact same. So any point, like Brad was saying, any of these lines go in different directions. Yeah, it does cost a lot more, but to get a perfect part like that, you got to machine it.
Yeah, and like even on the hood, you know, this is one thing that took us weeks to build. You got to remember, if you're looking at a normal 65 Chevy, okay, this normally is one piece. So this is the hood. Well, because we did a full crazy wide body on the truck to kind of fit the theme and widen the truck, we had to go through and remake this entire hood. So we had to make 2 new body lines. Dad, will you open up that hood real quick? We had to make 2 new body lines, and this is the way the hood opens now. So you can see this is actually part of the fender, and to do this part was so much work. I mean, it's all finished. You can see how it tucks. It's all tubbed. I don't know. I mean, I could just go on and on. A lot of you guys know about this truck, but it's very special to us. It's kind of what started our whole YouTube channel. It's, we have episode after episode after episode you guys could go watch. It's the first truck we ever built in North Carolina. We moved here filming our TV show, and then, COVID happened and things kind of went south a little bit. And my dad and I were just stuck in the shop building this thing. And so there's just a lot of memories.
Oh, and then another big part is here this C10 Slayer has its own page on Instagram with, 150,000 or so followers?
Yeah.
And every time you post something on this thing...
This goes crazy.
It's absolutely insane. I mean, how many... It's so popular that it can build its own page like that quick and have that much activity. I mean, this is... The fun thing for me is I built it with you, and it's world famous. I mean, this is a famous truck. I'm sad. I don't want to sell it.
Every time you pull up to the gas station, by the way, this is going to be a huge shout out to HB Tuners, because what I love is the truck is on pump gas. So think of this. Every time we pull up to a gas station, this crazy looking Hot Wheel rolls in, and then we park it, and it's just like this, right? Most people in the world haven't ever seen anything like this, so they're like, what the heck? And then the best part is we take the gas pump and we just go boop, and we just fill this sucker with 93 octane. And that was another actually crazy thing to make all this work. We're on a factory ECU, and HB Tuners figured out how to completely make all the electronics and everything work with the 5-liter Whipple, with the fuel-injected 8-stack, with just everything.
Yeah, and what's the horsepower sitting at?
So we're 900 horsepower, and that's at pump gas, with pump gas. But yeah, this is a saying goodbye episode. My dad and I, I know we're going to be kicking ourselves in the butt for selling it. We already are. But, the Lincoln is priority, and with the business we're in is we're just... The passion and what we're known for is building kind of crazy wild vehicles, and it's just time for something new. Again, if we had all the money in the world and the money wasn't ever a problem, we would never sell anything. I mean, I'm kicking myself in the butt for selling the Transformer and all of our other cool vehicles we've done in the past.
I hate when we sold that one to you. Actually, I hate when I've sold all of them. But people don't realize we can't keep them. We don't build for nobody else. So here we got to build something. We love it. We have fun with it. And then we think about something else. It's like, I don't want to sell that. And we got to sell it. We're going to sell it.
I know. So we are going to show you guys what we did on the interior, which I'm very excited about. The end of this episode, I don't really know what the emotions are going to be like, because we're going to be loading it in the transporter and it'll never be in North Carolina again. But Dad, why don't you open up that door and let's show everyone kind of what we got going. This is something we've wanted to do with this truck for a very, very, very long time.
Well, as all you guys know, we've kept this truck kind of Hot Wheels mechanical, and we always wanted to keep the race theme in here.
With all the actions, we got carbon fiber. We just wanted that cool, beautiful, clean race, but also luxury feel.
Old school diamond stitching, which, that actually came from my era back in the, I guess I'm going to have to
20s?
say it, the 60s.
Oh, look at this, you guys. All suede and leather seats.
And that's
these
a
are
race seat.
Yeah, this is all handmade. So they went through and handmade every single part of these
We
seats.
even threw some nice floor mats in there.
Got some floor mats in the truck. We got everything dialed in. It's looking good. I wish, I'm kicking myself in the butt. I wish that we had the seats in this truck this entire time. I mean, they look so good. Let me go on this side. This side has a little more light to it, but they look so good, you guys. We are so happy with the outcome of them. Obviously, this was very expensive to do the inside, but I think it personally finished the entire truck. This side has a floor mat too. Look, I already got it dirty right there. But yeah, I mean, this is it, Dad.
I guess I'm going to have to start singing the Aussie song.
What's the Aussie song?
Time has come to say goodbye. Oh gosh, this sucks.
It does suck.
Someone's going to be happy though, because they're getting the most famous truck that I think you'll see. I mean, this thing is everywhere. I don't even know how many hundreds of millions of views and people have seen this vehicle, but it's worldwide. I was in every restaurant I go to, someone comes up and talks about this truck. Almost every time I go somewhere, I hear about this truck.
I'm just sad that, it's so much fun taking this truck to a car show, and I don't care if you stop to eat, or I don't care if there's a Bugatti next to me or whatever. This truck, people will walk to this truck before a Bugatti. That's the crazy part.
And they leave remembering. I mean, you go to the SEMA show, what do you remember when you leave? There are so many things to see, and then the build and the craftsmanship, and it's unbelievable. But what do you really remember when you leave? Let's film loading this thing. I'm not happy, but we got to do what we got to do. We can't keep them all. Sad. I keep saying I'm sad, and I am sad. But what do? We have to sell it. Have to. It's either this or your house, and I know you got 2 kids. So.
No, I can't sell the house. All right, guys. Well, that's kind of, I kind of wanted to fill you guys in a little bit with kind of just my dad and I's emotions here. And, we're scared. We're excited. We want to build the Lincoln, and that's kind of main focus, and the go-kart track. And so our priorities are kind of just changing a little bit, and that's okay. It's as life goes on, life changes. And so this is our big change right here.
Oh gosh, I don't like this. But I'm gonna take the rest of the day off.
Here's how this is gonna work. The semi truck getting this truck is 85-foot long semi. And what we're having to do is we got to load the truck up on our trailer and actually take it down to a very large gas station to actually load it.
You know the scariest thing about this thing?
What?
When it leaves us.
If something happened?
And I'm speaking from experience. I had a really awesome truck that we did for SEMA in 2003 for Ford Motor Company. And it was so wildly wicked that they almost didn't put it in their booth. They actually had a meeting on it, and they were going to put it outside and set it in their booth because they didn't understand the reaction. Point of the story is it blew SEMA away. It was way before its time. And I'm going to show you a picture of this thing before and after. But this truck was what people are doing now. I did it in 2003. The bad thing is, on the way home, we put it on the carrier just like we're putting this on a carrier. And the guy lost his brakes going down the backside of Big Bear Mountain and went off the mountain and just completely totaled my SEMA truck.
Yeah, it was
and
a bad deal.
It was a build like this.
Yeah.
It was different.
It was a bad deal, and the guy, he got very hurt. He's actually one of our great friends. His name is
paralyzed. Bo. He's paralyzed from the waist down right now to this day.
And he lost brakes and drove off the mountain. Ended up hitting. What stopped him was a rock about the size of C10 Slayer, and he ran into it. And the truck actually busted through all the tie downs, went through the headache rack, and my dad's SEMA truck went flying. But the driver got really hurt. It was a very bad deal.
One other crazy quick fact: Brad was in the passenger seat of that truck, and he was going to drive down the hill, and my wife flipped out and said, "He's not driving on nobody." And I think at the time Brad was like 8 or 9 years old, and we got in an argument, so I had to go get Brad out of the truck.
And keep in mind, I already went like 5 miles with Bo in the truck.
And so we left, we went home, and then Bo went down the hill, and when he went off the mountain, he hit a rock bigger than his tow truck, and his truck stopped. And like Brad was saying, our truck went through the headache rack like this, and boom.
But it went on the passenger side where I was sitting. I mean, I 100% would have died.
Oh,
100%.
We went the next day. We had to drive down to Los Angeles and to the wrecking yard. And that side of the truck, the seat was smashed like this flat with the headache rack. And if my wife wouldn't have got Brad out, there's no way he would have survived.
You guys wouldn't even be seeing these videos right now.
No.
C10 Slayer wouldn't have been here. You probably wouldn't have moved. Nothing.
No, that was... So point is, it's leaving here, and I'm scared to death from here to Nashville, Nashville to Scottsdale, Arizona, all the way to the auction block, I'm nervous as could be because we've had a bad experience where a vehicle has been completely totaled.
Yeah, but we got to think positive.
I know. I'm just saying in the back of my mind.
I know.
It's always in my mind. It scares me.
I know. It's a scary fact. That was a very scary day. It's one reason why to this day I usually don't ever ride with anyone unless I know 100% their skill and things. But yeah, you guys kind of have heard a lot from us today, but you know, this is it. This is the end of the road for us.
All right.
C10 Slayer. The great part is whoever gets C10 Slayer is just gonna get a truck that literally doesn't exist. Are we actually doing this?
Well, it's going to a show right now, so we actually have...
Look, that was the last time I'll ever drive it. That was the last time I'll ever drive this truck. Here. Man. I actually don't even know what to say, you guys. Don't even know what to say. All right, here we go. Last time we'll be seeing the old C10. She is going out to Nashville. All right, boys. Here we go. What a sad sight. This is so horrible. Loaded in a truck, and I'll never be in North Carolina again. Oh, thanks, man. It's a sad day! It's a sad day. Hold on! Do I see a little tear in the eye? Tight fit, boys.
He's got steps, and you get out and you step up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, this was a close fit, huh? I don't know, it's close. About 1.5 inches. Let's see what this side looks like. Oh, this side we got more. Kinda?
Yeah.
What did we just do?
I'm actually sad. I've never been sad over a vehicle, ever.
What did we just do?
I don't know.
There's no turnaround.
Literally, I've never, ever been upset selling a vehicle. Like this upset. And I'm upset.
And the sad part is we don't even know, how much it's gonna sell for or anything. That's a scary. I am so scared for the auction. I know we have so much time and there's a lot of money in that truck.
It's almost like going to Vegas. It's like playing that little wheel with the black and white thing or black and red thing on it, spinning it. We're gonna get what we want, you're not.
Or you are gonna get over.
I don't know.
Well, that's it for this episode. We are going to Nashville in the morning. So we'll see you guys there. We're gonna have a good time. Just talk to some amazing people. Go listen to some country music and just enjoy. So you guys have a blessed day. My dad and I are gonna take the rest of the drive and contemplate on what just happened. All right?